Mango Bae, Mango Bae.
Mango Bae.
Mango Bae. Oh. Mango Bae. Mango Bae. Mango Bae. Your Mango Bae.
For the exclusive content, don't forget to join our Patreon at patreon.com/mangobae. Mango.
Bae.
All right, we in here, Mango Bay, baby. You know what it is.
Bro, you've known what it is.
What it is. This is a
bro.
Mango Bay podcast, your one-stop shop for brown recklessness.
We are two best boys who are Brown Comics NYC who bring you the motherfucking vibes.
With the vibes.
The vibe that's spelled W-I-B.
We're bringing you the vibes. We talk all kinds of reckless, hilarious, and sometimes profound shit here. This is my boy, Usama Siddiquee.
This is my boy, P. Pranav.
Pranav.
Behari. Follow a bitch. P. Pranav. That's like the South Indian name version of you. P. Pranav.
Pranav.
Because they have such long ass first names. I was like, just call me P. I had a friend whose Malu, dad, was like this big researcher. And he had such a fucking long first name, they shortened it to KNP. I'm like, how long a name got to be that it's got 3 initials?
KNP Joseph.
Yeah.
It's like a Malu name.
But his name is actually Krishna. So it was like really, it was insane. We got a Patreon coming up.
We got a Patreon. We got some topical Mango Bay Roast the News. We got bonus episodes. We got archived episodes. We've got Mango Bites. We've got hours and hours and hours of content. And it's really to get all the top tier, Brahmin tier of content. Sorry, just kidding. Having some fun here.
Which I'm also a Brahmin, by the way, because I'm Muslim. The highest caste of all.
The highest caste of all.
I'm Muslim, bitch.
Podcast is the highest caste of all, Mango Bay.
Right.
23 cents a day. That's all it is. Okay, don't be a bunch of cheap fucks. Okay, we saw you guys loving.
We love that you're cheap fucks. That's why y'all are you.
You're playing your position.
But then consider us your mom dying of cancer. No expenses too high.
No expense. Okay, that was dramatic. But yes, exactly.
But
that.
also think about it, and I accept. You have to take it in. You're taking the metaphor. You're like, oh, yes,
it's true. Apt metaphor. Your mother will die if you don't subscribe to the Mango Bay Patreon.
As in, we'll kill her.
Yeah.
Okay.
With love.
It's so funny because like usually I like look at this as like a way of like connecting the audience. Yeah. But I'm looking and your fucking nephew's hanging out right there. So I'm like, and y'all know.
You guys want to see my nephew? Say, do you want to be on camera for a second?
Real quick.
You don't have to be.
He's a very nice kid.
He's a nice boy. This one here. The Cha-Cha Cam.
Dressed like a hipster FedEx driver.
Yeah, he is. Seiji used to dress like my fentanyl dealer. That was his vibe before, you know?
He does have that vibe.
Yeah.
You know? Majoring in philosophy, but sells Molly on the side.
He's an engineering major.
Dude, that's such amazing
who sells fentanyl on the side.
He engineers pain.
He's a character from Euphoria.
HBO Max.
Euphoria. Jesus Christ.
Those guys are, that episode, the whole episode
we're all
structure.
trans and overdosing. That's the youth. Like, shut the fuck up.
Dude, my top surgery's on my birthday. That's like the storyline.
I can't believe my top surgery's on the same day as my bar mitzvah. It's like, what?
What the fuck is the show?
My rabbi's my meth dealer.
Dude,
what?
The uncle I'm fucking consensually. He doesn't want to finger me today. It's like, what the fuck is this show, dude? It's so stupid. It definitely was written by these Christian right.
It's got the feel of like it was like a Christian right winger who wrote it.
His sister comes in the
He's
mix,
like, and then the trans person snorted drugs.
It's all happening on a Sunday morning. Jesus Christ, Dick. Today, so join the Patreon, patreon.com/mango-fucking-bay. You already know. Today's story, dude, really quick junglee story where
Let's get into it.
Relate a little wild situation of the week from yours truly or my boy. And today's my story. I was coming home from Colorado, did some gigs there, fun gigs. Coming home. And dude, at this point, I have forgotten that my name's even Usama. At this point, it's 20 years. Usama,
I know.
All right? Honestly, Karen's more of a bin Laden nowadays, right?
It truly is.
Who gives a fuck?
Truly
or
is.
the name Osama, right?
Or like a Ling, or something.
Ling.
We've moved on.
Who cares, right? So I thought. So I get in line, and they I put it in my fucking carry-on into the fucking X-ray, and then beep 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 beep. Okay, I've been beeped before. It's all good. All good. I get in there. They're like, yeah, sorry, we have to take this away to a different location for fucking examination. I'm like, why do you just do it here?
Yeah,
just do it here.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of vibrators, guys.
Right?
Calm down.
Just relax, dude. All right, made of grenade casing. Okay, relax. And so they took it all. I didn't even see the bag. They led me to a different room, and then they're like waterboarding me.
I think he's like, they started waterboarding
this
me,
fucking
and I was like,
water-
what?
Like Euphoria style. Like, stop
This is
waterboarding
like if Taliban
me.
were on the Snapchat
Like,
on set talking about like, then they like waterboarded
Thanks
me
for
and
tuning
stuff.
in, our loyal Patreon fans. Called Waterboard a Stranger. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what? Like, they don't actually waterboard me, but they're fucking asking me these questions. I'm like, what the hold the like?
What were the questions?
Dude, it was just like, no, don't worry about it. Where are you coming from? What are you doing? Why did it beep? Do you have anything kind of incensed there? I thought it was because I had
Why
your
did it
fucking
beep? Like, you tell me, bitch.
bro. I thought it was because I had your weed gummies in there. So I was like, oh fuck.
Did you bring those?
I have those. I have it in my backpack. Cool. Not today, but I'll get it to you very soon. Sorry, I got you. Sorry, bro. I almost died for them.
It's okay. It's true.
Jesus, I want my
This is
lemon.
my mule.
I want my
What do you
lemon
mean you don't have my
cello.
gummies, smack?
Like shaking my ass. Shit it out.
Usama full of grace.
You know, like the women come across the border, but their condom breaks and
Yeah,
they die.
yeah.
They're like, you don't care. You're gonna harvest my body for your limoncello edibles. So I thought it was freaking out. I was like, fuck the fucking edibles.
no.
I didn't know, bro. It wasn't that obviously. Because Colorado, what the fuck? They don't give a fuck. Ask me those questions. Very standard. They're not saying like, where were you on 9/11? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Where were you? Like they're still hunting down the culprits.
did you get him?
The case ain't closed
Yeah,
yet.
sure. Dude, they put like word association with me. They showed me a picture of Bin Laden. And I was like, hero. Fuck. Again, fuck. I mean, so it was that level of bullshit, bro. And then once they didn't get anything, all right, I'm already getting late for my flight. I forgot to post the episode, and it was like really a negative.
Then it was like two. Then it was like two interrogations. One for
you're
me.
coming to me?
Like I was bad cop in the interrogation room. Like, hey, by the way, we got a phone call for you. It's some guy named Pranav.
He's yelling.
Yeah, he's.
And then they're like, geez, we'll take 5, man.
Yeah.
This guy seems like he's business.
Like, actually, you're free to go. You're free to go. This guy scares us.
Yeah, that was Guantanamo Bay in a nutshell right there.
Guantanamo Bae.
So I get out, right, and I'm like, all right, thank y'all, fuck you guys, where's my bag? And they're like, oh, is there a different terminal? What? So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, there's a place where you hold our bags. It's Terminal B or Terminal C. I'm like, oh, so I'm running. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna miss my fucking flight, dude. God. So I'm running, right? And I get to Terminal B, and I was half expecting to be like, go in, they're like, I'm like, where's the zippers? Oh, the zippers are in DFW, actually. We sent them over to DFW, where that's where they're. Bro, they didn't say sorry. They didn't say nothing. They just fucking threw it. It was like, just off a rack.
They didn't give you any explanation of what the fuck was going on?
No explanation, nothing. I think maybe it was a very big carry-on.
Yeah.
Very big, bigger than most bags. So maybe
Right.
that might have seemed like it was a little suspect or something like that. It's never happened to me before. And then they were giving an explanation. They're like, sorry about that. We thought something was blah, 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 blah.
Like something was blah, but it was blah.
I think their official, on the sheet, they wrote yada, yada, yada or something. You know what I'm saying? And it was such a fucking stupid thing. They couldn't give me an explanation. I kept being like, what's going on? I was being very agreeable, though. I wasn't like, trying to create negative energy. I was just like, dude, fucking give me my bag. I get out of here. And they're like, yeah, sorry. We thought it was something. And it was nothing. And I'm like, why do y'all keep the baggage in different, all this shit was like not explained. And I had no time. I just ran and fucking.
And then they're like, Heidi Klum sends her regards.
Heidi Klum sends her cards. That's a very German way to attack
Exactly.
somebody.
Just a reminder. Just a reminder.
Yeah, always into
Usama
you.
was falsely accused of calling Heidi Klum a twat or something stupid. Like
I get my bag. There's a massive swastika on it. Like, yeah, Heidi Klum said hi, bitch.
Heidi Klum says Heil.
Heidi Klumwaffen, which is her full name.
Is her full name?
Klumenwaffen.
Heidi Klum Hitler. People don't know this.
Heidi is German for Hitler, actually. I don't even know. So yeah, it was a complete stupid bullshit thing, and really, I forgot that I remember that I was brown. It was like one of those moments where I was like, oh yeah, They don't have any respect for us.
Right.
You know?
Because you look so unterroristic, you know? Like, you're such a fucking, like, hot guy.
Hi.
You know?
Right?
I think they were just like, we want to
But
get to know him
that's
more.
what I'm
What's in his
saying.
bag?
Yeah.
What's this guy? He's mysterious.
They can find grenades. They're like, what is this for? Like, what are you going to go?
Because my extent of my TSA harassment is there's always the random check and whatever,
Sure.
you know, for sure. But I think the worst I ever had was at the San Jose airport a while back. And
Say no more.
And the agent, like, straight up, like, pegged me. He did, like, 2 fingers up my butthole. Not even, like, took me to another room. He was like, we're going to have to pat you down. I was like...
It goes inside the x-ray machine.
Yeah, basically. I was like, if you were to X-marry me right now, you would show up there, sir. You know? And this guy had a real pedo-y, weird look to him, too. Like, he had, like, a shock of blonde hair.
Oh,
he was
God.
like, he was barrel-shaped. He had glasses.
He's like, time to go to Flavor Town.
Yeah, exactly. He has like a Guy Fieri kind of vibe to him, actually, but not as scummy, though, you know? And he had like little molester glasses.
What the fuck is going on with this
And
guy?
he was just like, yeah, just gonna have to check real quick. And then he like dug in there and like made eye contact and then winked and then just sent me on my way.
And then you look back, you're like, he wasn't even wearing a uniform.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, who is that guy? That guy's wearing a Cinnabon uniform. What's going on?
And I don't think that was the Cinna part of the bun. I think he was just glazing using a
He
different.
just glazed my Cinnabon.
That's insane, bro.
It's so
Then again,
gnarly,
I've been to
dude.
San Jose, bro. I mean, I understand why it's insane because it looks like Syria. Like San Jose is not a nice place.
It's not. I mean,
I hate
it's-
San Jose. It's one of the-
It's a shit. It's a shit
It's a
place
shithole,
for
dude.
sure. It's a shithole.
But it's Silicon Valley somehow. It's
I mean, who the
technically
fuck
part
knows?
of-
That makes sense, you know, because these are like feudal tech overlords of these places. So like 99% of the population's homeless, and then the 1% are like fingering them.
You think they're fielding, but like for silicon
Yeah,
chips instead
exactly.
of cotton, it's just like silicone microchips.
They're crypto mining. Is what they're doing. They get their hand chopped off if they steal any Ethereum.
Right, that's the thing. The Ethereum, which I have 1,000 in right now, bitch.
Do you?
I have 1,000 in Bitcoin, 1,000 in Ethereum.
Oh damn! I gotta get in there.
I believe in the fact that in 12 years or 20 years, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Because it's
huge now.
Where the world's not going to get less internet.
It's huge.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think it's a TSA experience is always fucking me because you know what? The only place I've actually truly been profiled was India.
Sure.
Was like leaving India, and they're like, "So, you need to come with us?" Because I had like maybe a full beard. So like, this guy's looking a little Muslim-y, you know.
But you also look like you committed the Black Friday bombings.
It's,
You know what I'm saying?
true.
Like,
It's true. That's my. I was wearing a keffiyeh
Yeah,
as well,
bro,
so fair.
yeah.
You know.
Because just mostly rough-looking dudes, like all get the mustache.
Yeah.
They all got a little bit of that gunda. You got a gunda vibe
No, I've
in
got a
India.
Gunda vibe. That's
Yeah.
part of my sex appeal, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
In America, you look like you sell sandalwood. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so I had one friend tell me I look like an herbalist.
yes.
That was with the full beard, though.
Yes. You look like you spent most of your life doing this.
Samir's wife told me this.
Yes.
Amanda Nazim. It's like, you look kind of like an herbalist. It was like a compliment.
It's like a white girl
From like a
roast,
white
too.
Brooklyn girl, that's like a compliment,
Right,
kind
sure.
of, you know?
You look like you own an
It's
apothecary.
like a neg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apothecary neg.
Yeah.
I love it.
You look like you sell tinctures. Do you make
I
your own
sell
kombucha?
tinctures, bitch. Dude, that's fucking insane because India.
Well, they were so incompetent.
you.
They called me out of line,
Yeah.
and I was sweating my ass off because I had a bunch of hash on me.
Sure.
And they just let me go. They didn't see the hash or anything.
In a
but-
world where you sweat your ass off in general,
Yeah,
and you also
exactly.
add some nervousness to it. Now you're sweating your ass off on a level that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Dude, hash, first of all, is just shit.
The hash is great.
I hate the hash. I mean, the way I had from Mumbai, it was fucking disgusting.
Maybe from Mumbai, but if you
Yeah.
got to go to Delhi for the best hash, I
Dude,
think.
probably. Yeah.
You know, it's very
Delhi has
good
the best
there.
of everything except the human beings, seems like.
Except for the air quality.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the real problem there. That maybe it contributes to the human beings, but yeah, the best it's exquisite hash in Delhi.
That was a junglee story of the week.
Loved
A
it.
little wild. Brown of the week today.
Which is very, very, very TSA. TSA is very on our brand. You know, it's
Yeah.
very on brand for us. So it makes sense.
It is.
You know, and
So-
we've never really done a TSA story.
Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, dude, it's fucking annoying. I think I had it in me anymore. I thought it was past that life.
Yeah.
You know, I really do look like fucking, what, like the fuck? What?
Yeah, you don't look like the guy.
You know? So
They stopped you. You're like, yes, I know. You saw me on AGT. What, you want an autograph? What do you want? IG?
Oh, it always
Yeah.
beeps for famous people. Yeah, that's the fame beeper.
Is that the blue check mark beep?
Yeah.
When somebody
Sorry,
with a blue check
happens
comes through?
every time. And then even midway through their probing of me, I'm like, you want to see what's inside a star?
Exactly.
You want to see what's inside a star, right?
It's just gas. It's just gas.
Anyway, it was a horrific experience, and fuck you, TSA of Colorado. But it's all good.
Let's get around to a Brown of the Week.
Brown of the Week.
This is a very special Brown of the Week. This is a fairly recent news item out of the UK. Our Brown of the Week is a guy named Jaswant Singh Chahal.
Just one Singh child?
Jaswant Singh
Sounds like a policy in Punjab, dude.
Chahal.
Okay.
I'm pronouncing it Chahal. Might be Chahal.
Yeah.
This was a Sikh Indian man in England who trespassed onto the grounds of Windsor Castle on Christmas Day.
Sure.
I believe it was Christmas Day. Maybe it was New Year's. Christmas Day, which is a great day to do this, with the intention of killing the Queen.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Did he have just like a shirt that says Brick Lane on
Yeah,
it? Like, I'm just bringing the chicken tikka today.
You know what? He just added a couple more turbans, and then they thought he was part of the guard.
Because Britain is pretty respectful of Sikh traditions in some ways. So they're like, you could hide an AK-47 in a turban.
Maybe,
if you wanted to.
I don't. They were. I'll tell you when they weren't so respectful of Sikhs or Indians was the Amritsar massacre. Okay, which is what this kid.
Sure.
This kid wrote in a.
Oh, was it a retaliation for that?
He was a retaliation for that.
What the fuck?
And that's when Amritsar. That happened when, like
1800s?
No, it was like 1919 or something, 1930 or something like that.
Sure, okay.
You know, 1929 actually, I think it was right. Jallianwala Bagh or whatever.
Okay.
You know. And so this kid apparently went on went on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And like, which is we had talked about this before about how like the new like radical tapes, right? When somebody's about to do like a martyr mission.
Yeah.
This guy went on Snapchat, dressed in black, and here was his statement. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for what I've done and what I will do. I will attempt to assassinate Elizabeth, Queen of the royal family. This is revenge for those who died in the 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre, also known as the Amritsar massacre. Sure. It's also revenge for those who have been killed, humiliated, and discriminated on because of their race. I'm an Indian Sikh. My name was Jaswant Singh Chahal. My name is Darth Jones. He said he gave himself a Sith like aristocracy name. He declared himself a Sith Lord.
It makes sense because he thinks evil people are all white, so he gave himself a white name to be evil.
Maybe, yeah.
Jones is the evilest white name.
Jones, yeah, Darth Jones.
It's so mundane. It's perfect.
Like, this is the Brown of the Week, dude.
That's amazing.
I mean, karma's a bitch. This guy was trying to deliver karma 60, 70, 80, 90 years later.
That's insane. Also, the idea that you need to bring in a gun to assassinate the Queen. How about you just find a staircase?
No, not a gun. Crossbow. This is the best detail. This motherfucker showed up with a crossbow.
This makes no sense. This is crazy.
This makes all the sense. This is the guy who's kind of all of our deepest fantasies.
No, I love
actually.
this guy. I'm not hating on. I love this guy.
You know,
crossbow.
A crossbow.
That's insane.
It's going for the stealth kill.
I love it.
I love it too.
Again, you don't need a crossbow to kill a 95-year-old woman, dude.
You really don't.
You just go.
Yeah. It's true.
That's all you need.
It's true, but listen, she's been alive
in
this
style.
long.
In style.
Yeah, in style.
You're right. I think you do have to have a wooden stake and garlic
to kill the queen.
To beat this bitch. At this point, it's like wait till the morning.
Silver bullets.
Kryptonite. A Bible.
Yeah.
Because the bitch ain't dying.
She's not dying.
You're right. You're right. The crossbow has to be dipped in ambrosia.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's you have to exercise, basically.
This kid is a hero to me.
He's awesome.
I have no bones about saying that.
Sure.
I think it's hilarious too.
How did he get caught? Because he was on the way.
I think maybe he was like, "Hey, just on my way to kill the queen." Then in it, maybe because it sounds like he's not very subtle. Apparently,
Did one of those furry Davy Crockett soldiers stop him or something like that?
I think so. Something like that. He was arrested on Christmas Day after he trespassed into the property and was held on suspicion of possession of an offensive weapon.
Sure.
He'd been sectioned under the Mental Health Act after being found in the castle grounds.
Okay.
Apparently, they didn't have a single clue what was actually happening the whole time. This guy's getting fucking butt fucked by Scotland Yard or whatever, right? So yeah, this guy's fascinating to me. I want to see the video.
Butt fucked by Scotland Yard.
Yeah.
Oh God. A guy took out his billy club, if you know what I mean.
He's fully masked in the video, announces himself. This guy's, legend
So
status.
Darth Jones, I'm wondering where that came from. Like, does he have a kid who's like into Star Wars? And because you don't just come across that name randomly.
Darth Jones, I think he just gave himself like a Sith name.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, let's not forget about the massacre. I think they killed maybe close to 1,000 people, something like that.
I'm not on Britain's side.
I'm sorry.
I think
Pawn was about to take the queen just now, and I wish it had happened. Chess, of course, invented in India. I'm disappointed. I think we need to find out where this guy is jailed and send him a Mango Bay T-shirt.
Sure. And maybe a second crossbow, a Mango Bay emblazoned crossbow. You know, dude. I mean, it's so insane. What the fuck? Like, because you can if you're unassuming enough, you could get to the highest level of anything. Because in those large complexes, they're all food everywhere, chefs,
Right.
blah, blah.
There's so many people there
You could just
walking
fucking
around.
slip the fuck in, bro.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm from the, Gandhi's Inn, where we sell the Indian food. Okay, but carry on.
Yeah.
And then he's just like on the prowl.
He's Indian. He's like, no, I'm just a slave. Don't worry.
Also, he's like an older guy. Maybe he doesn't know what the queen exactly looks like, so he's like killing other old bitches
He's
like on the
19.
way there. What?
This kid's 19.
Oh, he's a 19-year-old?
19-year-old.
Dude, this guy needs to get on Mango Bay, bro.
We need to have him on. Darth Jones, Justwant.
Holy shit.
We
Dude.
fucks with you, bro.
What did it? And the weapon was a crossbow that he found
Yeah.
where?
I mean, that's a good question. Like, where does one acquire a crossbow, really? Who uses a crossbow?
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. This guy feels like he's like one of us. You know, he's clearly been playing like a lot of great like stealth RPG, video games, survival horror maybe.
That's what this new class of killer. No longer even use guns. It's gonna be all claymores and fucking Elder Scrolls Oblivion techniques.
Yeah. It's not just guns anymore, you know?
He's like painting his sword red. The blood sword. I'm gonna kill people. You're right. That there's gonna be like a new wave of like gamer heavy school shooters.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I think the gaming is going to make them even better, too.
Sure. Oh, you mean like accuracy wise?
Yeah, accuracy-wise, evasion-wise. Because the video games are so, like, realistic these days that it's like you're learning stuff in them as you're playing them.
Sure. There's many words I learned from RPGs. Cache, C-A-C-H-E.
Oh, yeah.
I learned that from fucking Elder Scrolls.
Of course, dude.
Brothel. That was from Elder Scrolls. I grew a lot. Yeah. Oh, I know what a claymore is. Nobody knows what a claymore is, dude. That's not a
Claymore's
sword.
a sword.
It is.
Yeah.
But only we know because we played games.
It's also kind of landmine.
Oh, Claymore Landmine.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, on some other games. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, let's into Darth Sidious.
Darth Jones.
Sorry.
Darth Sing Jones.
Literally, there was
Put some
some
respect
respect
on
on
it.
his name energy there.
Put some specs on
Sorry,
it.
Birdman.
All right? Like, this guy's really coming through with... It's a truly judicious reason to want to go kill the queen.
Yeah.
It's something totally... It's not like an ISIS-y type, I'm just a depraved weirdo.
Sure.
He was like, oh, and Indian, karma's a bitch.
That's why he's chill. He's got a value system.
Yeah.
And the British people are so fucking whimsical. Even them foiling an assassination plot is like, what's all this then? It's like,
He's eating some licorice or something, some black licorice.
British people are just too whimsical, man. Wait, is this it?
Now they are, but back in 1919, okay? And I'm sorry, they weren't so whimsical. They were fucking evil. And
Yeah, they were not just what's all this then.
yeah, they weren't all in it then. They were too in it. In it.
It was just a spot of genocide.
Yeah.
A spot.
Horrible people.
Anyway, Brown of the Week. We love you, Darth Jones. We see you, Darth Jones.
We see you, Darth Jones. We're with you, Darth Jones. Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
We got
Today's topic.
Got some heavy stuff to talk about, and it's very relevant. Why don't we just talk about? Do you want to talk about what happened, dude?
Just nothing too specific. The main thing is, I felt betrayed by a person I was with, romantically.
Yeah.
So that's all it was.
Love is a battlefield.
Which is. Thanks, man. I feel better already.
Yeah, hey, love is a battlefield.
Thanks.
Get out of here.
Thanks, man.
Go buy yourself some licorice
wow.
now.
I'm gonna jump off the bridge. Yeah, that's good.
Love is a battlefield,
Thanks,
and
man.
you just got waterboarded.
Love is an ocean. In that I'm waterboarding you right now. It was really bad. I woke up today with a really negative feeling, and I'm trying to not be you try to grow from it and be like, I wasn't always the fucking dudes always love transgressing. In the moment
course.
we have one problem, we're like, but humanity,
I can't believe you did that to me.
you're
I know.
not okay. This is not enough. And it's like we are little bitches in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Statistically, I'm not gonna escape that, but the feelings, man. Fuck, I can't.
I know. Love is such a.
Battlefield. I know. Again.
No, it's such a. It's always about power.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's always like this weird flux of power. Who has more power now, right? It's always a flux. At the beginning, you guys are just happy. Before you're in the relationship, everything's amazing because you're just living freely yet together, right? But then once you're in it and you're like, no, we're in love now.
Right.
We feel this.
Right.
We're together. There's a sense of ownership. Then there's also a sense of power. There's also a sense of imbalance.
Because you're aware of what you can do with the other person.
Exactly.
And that becomes subconsciously hardwired into your body.
And what is the essence of power? Withholding is the essence of power, right? Sure. This is the way that people play the game now, right? Or in general, it's like, by giving less of you, I'm exerting more power. I'm feeling more secure at the expense of you feeling secure.
And withholding also, it's also to see your mettle.
Exactly.
You know, how does my withholding affect you? How does my withholding make you into a simping little bitch?
Yeah, and if it doesn't, if you simp too much, boom, you're
right?
done. And if you don't simp enough,
here I'm going to act out now because
exactly.
now, fuck you and your conception of your own power. So I'm going to act out.
Yeah.
And so, and again, I can't tell you just how much I don't like that, dude. All my ego goes into the stand-up. So I just put all of it there, leaving me chillin' in life.
Love is a battlefield. No, I'm sorry.
Hey. You win some, you lose some.
Listen, you know what? This is why I think arranged marriages are good. Because the whole love thing is just kind of out of the equation. And by the time you are in love with your partner,
they're
they're gone.
They're gone.
Once you've locked them down already with 3 kids.
Yeah.
And all those weird little games, emotional games that happen aren't in play.
It is true that because love takes so long to really develop in arranged marriages, by the time you were able to withhold, your back hurts.
Exactly.
So now it's like, listen, if I withhold from you, you'll hide the joint medication.
I'm in no shape to cheat right now, dude. Okay? Nobody wants to fuck me.
Listen.
You've been feeding me with too many pani puris.
The only gay I'm slobbering is Ben Gay on my back. All right? On my back. Ouch.
The most I feel my heart is when I have heartburn from all of this fried ass food that you're feeding me. Okay?
Yeah. You know? That's what it is. Indian moms be feeding their husbands so much that they can't cheat anymore.
It's just like, you know,
hey,
it's like you get to a point where it's like, hey,
moved.
we're already in this. Let's just get fat and gnarly together. We have kids now. You discover what the deeper level of a relationship actually means, right? Which isn't about hotness. It's not about value, assigned values of power in your partner, right?
It's just get mad on your birthday sometimes.
Right.
That's that's the coquettish energy of a brown romance of the aunties, you know? Yeah. Like they'll be like very studious and hardworking, and then on their birthday, like, hey, you forgot. And then the guy's like, no, I didn't. Some shitty necklace, you know? Okay. You know, that's as far as the drama gets with the power.
It's as far as the drama gets.
Because they figure it out. And the power is because power is a false god.
It is.
Because the real truth is death.
Yeah.
And once they start conceptualizing that, the power of it, because again, we have at our core zero power because death takes away all our power.
Exactly.
And so the
it's
truth,
the great leveler.
It's the great leveler. So really, the power is just a stopgap to no power.
Yep.
So skip that fucking because you're.
Well, it's always a stopgap of just some fleeting feeling of it. It doesn't feel like immortality, but it's in a way a spark of that because what you're getting is a sense of safety, a sense of security,
a sense of mattering. Like I'm not just a speck. I'm not just nothing.
It's a weird combination of being both the parent and in the womb in a way because you're in there and you're feeling secure.
Sure.
Right? And you're feeling secure in this person in a way, but you're doing so by overstanding them through a kind of position of power, through a sort of a maneuvering of power, you know?
100%. 100%.
And it's just too much, you know? And it's always about withholding. It's always about who's giving enough here, who's giving enough here. It's always about who's feeling the most secure or not secure. You know, and it's always like that. There's always one person who likes the other person a little bit more, et cetera, et cetera.
And needs to show in some way that you're not. Because if you feel a lack of power, then now you have to achieve more power. You have to try to get more power, you know? And then, you know, like, it's like, why is this, why can't we just skip to being 80? Why can't we just skip to being
That's the dream right there. 80 who can fuck, you know? You
get hard once a year.
Yeah.
During the Capitol riots, you know, honey, let's go. I'm back. That would be my ideal life. Get hard once a year, and what a hard it is, right? And I really give her a good fucking, a good thrashing that'll last her a year. That's ideal. And then we just hang out the whole time. There's no more power anymore.
You just hang out. You play cards.
Boom.
Watch Judge Judy.
Boom.
You eat.
Right? And then middle of the card game, you look down at the rumbling.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. One fuck.
It's love is wasted in the hands of youth. I think you know what I mean.
Did you read like a book of 1,000 phrases before the show?
Listen, you know
Love is
why?
a battlefield.
Listen, you know
Well,
why?
youth is wasted on the
Because
young.
I'm older than you, and so I have so many experiences with this.
Sure.
I have so many past loves, so many relationships I've
Right.
been through that I know what it's about at this point.
Sure.
And I'd say love is a battlefield. That's a joke, but everything else I'm saying is for real, is for real,
Live, laugh, and then love.
Yeah.
I'm saying it. Please do it.
And if failing that, eat, pray, love. Only you can prevent forest fires. Buckle your safety belt.
Weed is bad for you. I guess that's what happens when you become like 80. You just throw 19 phrases. That one will teach the kid not to fuck people against their will.
One will stick.
One will make him not a rapist. That's what it is, right? We're just playing the field. Making sure.
Oh, God.
Before you rape somebody, wait, I have to live, laugh, and love.
Yeah, I had to live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. I
Totally
can't
forgot.
rape you. I have to go live, laugh, love.
He sees the pillow in her room with the stitching on it. And live, laugh, love. He's like, oh fuck, I
Shit.
almost forgot.
I forgot.
Sorry about
Carry
this.
on. Anyway,
Gotta go.
You raped me, huh? If that's part of your...
Usama, can I give you some relationship advice?
Oh, please, Joe.
This is what my grandpa told me. Hoes don't act right.
This is amazing.
That's where Joe got his curly hair.
I love that, dude. Hoes don't act right.
Hoes don't act
Is this
right.
really what your grandpa said? Oh, okay. I was like, dude.
His grandpa did say it, but it was a garden hoe, and he didn't speak very good English. He's like, "Hoes don't act right."
It does sound like a buffalo wisdom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like sad, cold wisdom. Dude, your hoes don't act right. Thanks. Would your grandpa also say a hoes ain't loyal as well? What a unique man this guy. Was your grandpa Tyga? Fuck, So I don't like the power struggles. When I see it, I get turned off. I like to take away all sense of power from the situation.
Listen, love is painful, and it makes everybody act fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? It's like crossing a tightrope, but the person that you're in love with is the one holding the rope at the other end of the fucking chasm. And at any moment, if there's even a little bit of hesitation, you're like, fuck, I'm going to die.
And you're in a battlefield.
Yes.
Right now.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true. And the fall is man on wire level height.
Yes.
It's like off the Empire State Building. It's not like you're going to fall into a sandbox.
It's so destabilizing.
Yeah, bro.
It's so destabilizing.
And it's like, ideally, we just create more stability by your understanding of my vibe to you. But all that does is there's almost a resentment of you destabilizing me. Like, why do you have the power to destabilize
me?
I shall now create some energy where I have the control.
No, and listen, I've definitely been in relationships where a girl will be like, no, I can't do it anymore because she feels... I've had women say before, I'm too in love with you.
I have had this. One time a Russian lady kept saying phenomenal, like she was Eminem. Phenomenal. I'm like, is this the single for that one boxing movie? Phenomenal. And she kept saying it. Every time she found a link NYC, she'd lie on it and be like, you're phenomenal. I'm like, why are we doing this next to homeless people? So I understand the idea of like women who have the power always hate when they lose it because they had the power in the sexual marketplace always until they like somebody.
People are always in pursuit of them.
Until the moment they like somebody and then they resent that because they're like, oh, I hate.
It's like they can't handle it, They can't handle that shit.
Phenomenal. And I'm like, and then you told me this one time some Serbian chick.
Lithuanian.
Yeah. These Eastern European fucks, man. That Civil War gets them going. They can't stop.
But they all look like top models, Well, she was a model too.
Yeah. Someone was like 37, the woman I was with, and she had like these massive knockers. Knockers. What the fuck am I saying?
Speaking.
Okay, love is a battlefield. Live, laugh, laugh.
Knockers.
You're doing this to me, dude. What happened to me?
Some real jugs.
Some augas. Auga. Yowzer. Knockers. Okay. All right. Sorry.
That was like such an old. These are like old timey sex moves, like the motorboat.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that? Yeah. Apparently, motorboating was this thing where you'd go in between a woman's breasts and go.
You know this? Yeah.
But it's like, what is the?
It makes no
what's
sense.
the appeal?
Yeah.
There's no appeal there. It's just like tits.
Whoa! Wow!
You
become Johnny Bravo.
It's like the equivalent of seeing a pile of money and then tossing it in the air, I guess, type thing. It's like you're just luxuriating in. It's like I've got these tits at my disposal,
dude. I remember. I mean, this is a people. These people could get laid off calling someone the bee's knees. Obviously, they're a little funky, you know. They're not like super interesting. Because back then, you had to like everything was more repressed. So like when you were, just like a seminary boy, you don't know what to do with tits. I guess you're just like, ah,
Yeah.
I guess it's just like you freak out. Oh God.
That's the origins of the motorboat. Is a kid just really nervous around tits, and then he comes up to them, and she's like, "Hey, that feels kind of good. The way you're vibrating in my bosom."
Thanks, none. But yeah, so it's just that lack of power that I felt yesterday was, very. I just don't like the idea that we're even in that.
I know.
You know, it's just like I'm not trying to have power struggles, but you can't escape it. If you're in a relationship, they're just a part of life.
It's a part of it, dude. But there's always a point. Again, you're right. Like a woman who is always being pursued, always feeling adored, and then she finds herself, oh fuck, this is the guy I'm pursuing now.
Right.
It's a destabilizing thing.
Right.
You love someone, you're feeling in love with somebody, you're feeling that thing. You start acting crazy.
Yeah.
You start acting crazy. You'll do crazy things. You'll try to destabilize things. You'll try to sabotage the relationship maybe, right? You'll start doing all kinds of tests. You need to feel that security that you had before you were in love.
That test where like girls like, so if I like die, how long would you wait before fucking somebody else?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a power
It's
question.
all that shit.
And you're like, on the way to your funeral, I'd be fucking somebody.
Your mom.
Hello. You know who looks good in black? Everybody. It's a hot color. That is hilarious that in funerals they put the most fuckable color on everybody, slimming everyone out.
Slimming everyone down.
Everyone looking mad sexy out here.
Yeah, and at weddings it's the opposite. It's like white. Really?
Everyone's looking fat as hell, drinking, dancing, shitty rhythm. It's interesting how, people should be fucking more at funerals than at weddings. You know? And the wife's got that sexy little fucking stocking. Little fishnet.
Veil?
That's like a little BDSM hat.
It's true. It's like lingerie for her face.
Little face lingerie.
Yeah, it's like a little negligee for her face.
Hey, open the casket up. I want him to see this.
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking forget. Like it's a sexy vibe. Pearl necklaces.
Man, it's getting me turned on actually to think about it.
You ready to go?
I am ready to go.
You look like you're going to a construction worker's funeral. You know, so this is like Danny was the best.
T-shirt. We're like a sport. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess they would wear black, but
it's like
still
an unemployed
loungewear.
guy's funeral.
Yeah.
I'm wearing sweats. But people do things in relationships to. What I've noticed is they'll do things sometimes to reassert their own sense of safety.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
Control.
So it's about control, where it's like, fuck, I'm too in love with this guy. I'm in it with this guy. This person has control over my feelings. Let me assert some control. Let me go, whatever, fucking make out with somebody. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. Let me dress in a way and get a bunch of DMs, you know, and destabilize them a little bit, you know? It's like, it's always about evening the playing field.
You don't have me. You don't have all of me. You don't get to have all of me because then that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Because I'm not myself. It's like, how about I'm me, you're you, we fuck with jackfruits and we go home.
Yeah, it's always about evening the playing field
Yeah.
in some weird way. And I wish I could understand. It's like, what is the solution? Is it communication? Is it constant communication?
That's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it, but it doesn't take you the whole way.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you the whole way because this is stuff that's it's pre-rational almost. It's not just irrational. It's like pre-rational.
Yeah.
It's a pre-rational part of
And
yourself.
that's why it's so hurtful because it's like your subconscious is doing this and you can't escape it. There's no real.
escape it.
If it was rational, well, you could actually ration your way out of it.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, well, that happens, that happens, that happened. All it was a primal need to have somebody that wasn't you in that moment.
Yeah, and here's the question: is like, well, how do you make something work through all these things that in a way work against you, right? When you're in love, how do you make it work, right? You have to draw on the love somehow.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's a respect. Maybe the idea is to just be like, hey. We have to do it like the way Latinos do it. Like, don't you talk to anybody. Don't even look in that fucking 180-degree direction.
Yeah.
Do you know the way they do it? Like, listen, if I even see you like ordering, if she's a cashier and you have to leave the store, you can't buy it because she's the cashier. And
right.
I mean,
that's
what they do. And maybe that's the way to go.
I had a girlfriend who basically kind of wanted that, like. And I always thought that was like so irrational and so, but now the more and more I look at it and the more trends in love seem to be, like you go on TikTok and stuff and you see the way people talk about their relationships and it's just like, people don't want their partners talking to anybody else, male and female. Like they don't want you talking to anybody else, not even the slightest indication of somebody else whatever.
And the ones who don't do that look sad. We're in the TikToks where it's like, we're in an ethical pentacle. And then like these 5 sad people come out, like they don't look happy.
I know.
Because it's like they're just scared to even say what they want. Because like they're so cool and like fucking woke. But really true wokeness is fucking communicating so hard that it's uncool.
Exactly. That's the problem.
You gotta be so fucking
that's the problem
open,
with
it's
it.
uncool.
Is like the glut of communication.
Yeah.
It's like you lose mystery.
Yeah.
Right. It's
But it's the only way to like protect.
It's too demystified of an experience then, and then it's just like, it's gross.
5 pumps missionary, then we say good night.
Yeah, it's like that's disgusting. You're
Yeah.
a fucking little simp. No,
Yeah,
I don't want to
go-
hear this much about your feelings.
Go bang my brother.
Yeah,
And time it so I walk in.
it's ridiculous.
So yeah. So anyway, I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to beat the horse. But damn, it was.
Well, I'm always here for you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get through it and stay hanging.
That's
you
why
know?
you need some good friendships.
That's
because
the friendships
there's no
always.
power. Power can come and go, but the actual dynamic has no power in it. It's just love. It's
Yeah.
the true love of the world is friendship. Actually,
It is.
because love is power, but friendship is love.
And you know what? Friendship can stand that level of communication too.
Yeah.
Of just like talking.
Totally talking it out.
You know,
and
that
there might
makes
be
you
power structures in there because all relationships have power structures, but they're not something that is at the base of it.
right.
The good ones anyway. Obviously, you have some friends who are like, oh fuck, that guy obviously sucks his balls
Yeah.
emotionally. But like a good friendship, what we have is just, dude, it's just on the level.
I know.
All right. Anyway. Whew! All right, let's go fuck somebody.
It's fucking dark shit, man.
Let's go.
Love is fucked up. Do we have any final thoughts on love? It's a terrible.
That's my
thing.
final thought.
It's really.
That's what love is. Just
Get an arranged marriage. This is the whole thing. This is why arranged
the
marriage
more I think about it,
it's the better way to go. Because
Hindus,
always, dude.
Indians, as always, correct.
Get an arranged marriage.
Indians, as always, have they see the thing beyond the thing.
Yeah, they do. Your parents kind of know what's better.
You know?
It's like getting an arranged marriage is like it takes away so much of that anxiety around love,
They
and
just
then a
didn't-
more
they
pure
didn't
love
sell
can
it right.
develop.
That's the thing. They didn't sell it right. They're like, get an arranged marriage because I said so.
Yeah, well,
If
they
you
didn't have to
said-
sell it for the longest time. It was just the way it was. And now it's like now there's choice, and now there's this, and now there's that.
Just say what we
Again,
said here. Hey, listen.
Every time I ever talk to my dad about this, he's like, "No, listen." He's like, "Our love is based on duty. That's where the love comes from. It's not
I clean
fucking
that shit up,
it's not any of this. Like, hey, let's passion. It's never that.
He went to Jared's.
It's Jared.
No, dude, you go to Shalimar's, buy some food, and get it back and cook it.
And shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
you
up,
know?
all right?
And then I'll eventually learn how to make you come, and then we're gonna be in love.
The first time Brown
That's
Home
usually
comes-
after our third or fourth
Yes.
kid too.
So 55.
At age 55, I'll learn to make you come, and that's a love that lasts forever.
Right before menopause. It's right before, the day before.
The first 10, 15 years are about duty. Then there's maybe five years of you fucking hate this person
Yeah.
and resentment.
And then there's like a makeup years where you like make it and just
and
come
then
in.
you're actually in love with the person, but
Oh,
you're in
dude.
a place where you're secure enough to be in love
Yeah.
with them.
That's when you stop hitting your kids because you're so fulfilled.
Exactly. You're like, I don't
in
need
the
to take out
bathroom.
anything on anybody.
Why would I hit you when your
Yeah,
daddy
I
just
love
hit me?
you, son. I love you, bete. Mwah.
There
Love
could be
you.
something about white families banging into their 50s and not beating their own kids. There could be something there.
There could be.
How much of my mom's beatings of me was just sexual frustration?
Dude, I mean, that's so much. You never knew, right? We're getting so many ass whippings, so many just verbally
Right.
yelled at, this and that. We're always getting it from these people.
Right.
How much of it was because of some shit they were going through together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like maybe the day my dad didn't make her come is the day I got the beatings.
Big beatings.
One
She
day,
was
one day
edging.
one day she brought out a cricket bat to beat me, and I'm like, Dad, you must have fucking busted in the bathroom or something. Now I'm thinking about it. You must have just come in with like a handful of cum, like sorry, just get me the tendukar. Oh God.
Just purely sexually frustrated. But definitely a lot of that stuff, like a lot of our parents being pissed off and having moods or whatever, it was definitely through some marital
own
shit
shit.
because they didn't fucking know each other.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely certain mine was arranged. Yours are
Well,
less
but then again, about how many? 1 year?
yeah,
2 years?
it's
Pen
not like
pals
they
and
had
shit?
they were like pen pals. It was basically arranged by a friend.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's still a thing of obligation, duty. Da da da. This is the thing to do. You know, we had no fucking idea what these motherfuckers were.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Were going on behind the
He's a
scenes.
kid. You have to raise a kid with the. I haven't even raised you yet.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know if I like you. I have 3 of your fucking kids.
DNA was
You know?
kind of like a whatever thing back then. It was just like, dude, throw it anywhere, put it in whatever, put it in the oven. We'll think about it later, right? It wasn't some sacred.
Our first kiss was 45. Okay, before that, I was letting you just put it in Hasidic style.
Yeah, get the side curl as a cock ring.
Yeah, but you know what? That's where the real love comes from, because you fucking know the person.
It's not cum based for a long time.
Exactly.
Because the orgasms, they fuck you up.
It's
They're
all
like,
duty.
"Oh,
The sex is a
whoa,"
duty.
right?
The dinners are a duty. The hanging out itself is a duty.
That idea of power struggle isn't even really locked in yet, because it's like, you don't have any of me yet.
Exactly. You
I
don't
haven't
have
given
me.
any of me
You don't
yet.
have me. Exactly.
And then once it's all locked in, every facet of that
We're
personality,
subject to a much larger power,
Right.
that we're both underneath right
my
now.
mom. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Which is our moms. Exactly.
So that's very true. It's a very strong way of living. It's a very long way of living. I see the power.
Yeah.
I see the power of it. Took me long enough.
I think I just need to get an arranged marriage at this point, dude. Just the way to go.
But arrange it with like a fucking ugly woman that, is only passable. After we talked about, it's the only way.
No, but that's the point of the arrangement, though, right?
No, you get the arrangement. So you have no urges. You know, she's like, German.
I can't be
looking.
that, you
She
know?
wears like a tight, one of those babushka hats, and then you're like, give me dinner. You're always angry because you have this ugly wife.
But she somehow gets better looking with age, I
There it
guess.
is, there
Or,
it is.
or eventually it's like prison rules. It's like, I guess I'll fuck you because I can't fuck anyone else.
Listen, doggy style, it can work with anybody,
Horrible, horrible.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, all these doggy style loving husbands with their ugly wives.
That's true. But
That's true
doggy style
love.
is the best position, though.
I'm a missionary guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. This is kind of our dynamic, though. We're very much the same, but then we're very different.
I know. I love getting into it. I love getting in the guy. I love folded missionary, so fold the legs back.
Yeah, you told me
And
this,
then
actually.
I get into it.
I like doggy, and I like being right up next to their face. Like, you like that? Huh? You like that? Like I snuck up on them in the dark. Like, it's me.
You're like, you don't know me. You don't know me. And I'm fucking you.
No, I like regular doggy where both of our backs are arched. You know what the worst doggy is? And this is what I would describe as prison doggy, where it's like everybody's concave, so their backs aren't arched; they're like hunched over like this. It's quite a utility fuck. It's a very sad fuck when somebody's hunched over and banging like this.
There's some doggies that are very sad. Like, I'm very tall, so sometimes the girl will be like standing on the bed and they just like sit up and down on my dick. It's like like a dog like going through like a veterinarian's office.
Wait, what is this?
So it's like doggy, right?
Yeah.
But it's like she's just sitting on it. It's not like sideways.
Oh.
She's kind of like this.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just
I
like,
think
but I'm
isn't
still.
that called reverse cowgirl?
No, but it's not on me. It's like sort of like the cosine is like 35.
Okay.
And it's like a dog yelping
Oh yeah, I don't love that
backwards
either.
on the fence. Yeah.
I don't know. If you're in doggy, you need to do the slapping. You got your balls got to hurt a little bit.
Bro, you gotta like reach around.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, this is not my arm, someone else's. And you just gotta like touch it from here. It's gotta look like Twister, bro. It's gotta like
true.
a good doggy. Because doggy just hitting her and then looking at her, it's a whole different thing. You're like dissociating.
That's good too.
Doggy, but when you're like in the neck and you're like fucking like,
then that
I'm
can be very
fucking in ya,
passionate,
bitch.
or that can be very depressing. Again, if it's concave, that's like the kind of sex you have at a funeral or something, where you're like, I just need to do something with this grief. Just take me,
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, sometimes you're doing doggy and the girl looks back and you realize that she's not having a good time.
Yeah,
because she kind of
she's
goes
like,
like,
okay, yeah, let's just. I'm waiting. No, just finish. Just
no,
finish.
just finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the quick.
Yeah. You're
Oh,
not
God.
sure.
Then you know you're
when it goes from a whimper or a moan into a grunt, then you're like, okay, this is over.
You're banging like Matthew McConaughey in what's that movie? The show he was in, the anthology series. Where he's like
a True Detective.
True Detective, where he's fucking the wife, and it's like a. You know how goalie in Lagan throws the ball? You know?
Yeah.
That's not a fun time.
It's not a good time at all. It's not a good time. Any last words on the pain that is relationships?
You keep going into it. Try to learn everything from every explosion. The main thing is, no matter what, if you feel bad, everything can be learned from that moment. So just never stop learning.
Yeah.
The pain. Also, love is a battlefield. Sorry.
It's about and also my final thought is get a fucking arranged marriage. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Get a fucking arranged. Stop. You're not qualified to do this yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not qualified to do it for myself. Just get a fucking arranged marriage. Okay, quit fucking around.
Yeah.
It's like joining a
And
union.
make her fucking ugly.
Listen, it's like joining a union in
Yeah.
a way. It's like you're guaranteed sex, you know, and then after 50 years, you have enough money to buy an apartment in Cleveland.
Right. And
okay?
then maybe if you're lucky, you can join the Teamsters.
Exactly.
Where people come in.
Exactly.
Help y'all both out.
Exactly. It's guaranteed pussy and dick and butthole and hand and mouth.
Oh, yeah. And heads, shoulders, knees and toes,
Knees and toes. Yeah. We love you guys. This has been Mango Bay. Remember to sign on to the Patreon, guys. We've got hours and hours of bonus content there. Please write us a review on Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars on Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube. Stay in the DMs on Instagram. Subscribe across platforms. We have a Twitter now, too. It's been blowing up. It's been going great. We love you guys. Thank you.
Come again.
Boom. There it is.
On your arranged wife.
Your mango bae.